Well, hello everyone. Stern B here, back in the old recliner. We're ready to play some more MediEvil. Let me bring up the audio here. Hopefully that comes on. Yep, yay. Got it to work at least for now. Can't mute it again. Oh, can I? No. Yeah, I can mute it again and I can bring it back up. Okay. Just playing around with my setup here. If I'm a little bit dark, that's because I've changed the light to green because October/Halloween. I may adjust that again, I don't know. But not worried about that right now. It's almost 9:30 as the clock on screen shows. So we need to get started. I will nevertheless be streaming for at least an hour anyway, so just so we're all on the same page. So into MediEvil, and let me bring up my chat here. So if anyone is stopping by, feel free to say hi, manage, and so forth. Yep, there we go. Okay. Alright, otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and hop on in. Now, I haven't really tested this because I'm lame like that. I changed, you notice the little, that screen right there, the Sony screen, has changed a little bit. It doesn't flick out and come back in partially because I changed the core that we're using. We'll go ahead and skip all the intros here. Changed the core to a slightly different one inside of RetroArch. I know that must mean nothing to most of you. Sorry for that, but anyway, it should all be set. Now let me get myself situated. Again, skipping the intros. If anyone is in chat and wants to say hi, and also let me know if the audio is doing well with the mic over here, and with obviously the audio coming from the game and so forth, let me know. I'd sure like to know. So it looks like the most recent save is this one. This is the one we need. So let's get started. Or continued. Whatever's. So, we had just finished the Hilltop Mausoleum. What we want to do is return to the graveyard. See all these 4 or 5 areas here are kind of all interconnected to each other now. But anyway, this is the newest one, as indicated by the white sparkles around it rather than the colored sparkles. Or the blue and green, excuse me, white is when you're rather than the blue, red, and magenta. Blue, cyan, yellow, and green. Okay, so let's go there. This is where you're supposed to go after having picked up the key, a skull key, I believe it is, from the Alright. Take the camera with there. I can go here a little bit. Okay, and nothing back there. Okay, I wasn't sure if there was anything there. Now, before I actually... That's the thing. Let me actually reload, quit out, and reload so that way I won't have bottles and lives and so forth lost. I'm actually going to bring up my keyboard here because there are only a few instances in this game, and this is one of them, in which I will want to take advantage of save states. So I'm gonna do that here. If we bring up this menu and look at save states, I have some already here. Let's go to save state, save slot 4, and which, by the way, side note here, the graveyard and this return to the graveyard are different. You can't take the skull key from that mausoleum here to this graveyard. It will not work. To the best of my knowledge, it does not work because there's a different exit in the game that you have to take. So this one is where you want to take the, and it just doesn't even open it up until you get the skull key. So at any rate, let's head in here. Now, as I was saying, there are only a few points in this game where I will want to use save states because I know this game so well. I don't really need save states all that much, but this is one instance in which I do need save states. So I'm actually going to go ahead and hit F2. Oh, really? I forgot to do function F2. There we go. Save state there. You can barely see the pop-up that appeared at the bottom. Now, the idea is you want to fall on one of these little guys here, and they take you to a secret area. It even tells you about it when you get here. Energy vials, bunch of chests. If you read this, who's a clever skeleton then? Remember that there are many more secret areas like this throughout the land of Gallowmere, some offering more than just treasure. Honestly, I can't remember how many more secret areas like this there are in the game. In order to get back, yeah, you have to go around here because there's nowhere else to go. But you get that. These are a new enemy here. They're just going to run at you. That's their job. So I don't know whether or not the audio issues have been fixed by using this different Sony PlayStation 4. Doesn't sound like it. It sounds like we're still having some problems here. Jump. It seems like we're still having some audio issues, especially when there's more polygons on the screen. I love the way that Dan just wildly throws his sword around when he strikes. It's like he's in it, using his sword. It's like, just throw it in that direction and it connects. Oh, I completely forgot to hit this. This is another bomb. It pushes you a little bit. It's kind of a delayed reaction. It pushes you, so. Little hands around here. And now look, a silver shield. I think this is the first time we've encountered a silver shield. So there's that. I don't think we need to buy anything currently. Think about this. We got money. We got money. Let's spend it. It's not used for anything else in the game, so why not, right? There we go. That's how you use that attack. Right? Okay, so we're kind of working backwards. You may have noticed if you were here seeing the graveyard level. It's great. Return to the graveyard. You kind of go backwards through it. You start at the exit from the graveyard. So at any rate, and I think there may even be the same sort of Notice this gate is closed. We can't go back there. That is, you know, one of the differences between these two levels, the graveyard and return to the graveyard. Weird way to, you know, level design, but you know, that's how they did this. Keep on track. So again, same text here about having to get through here. Well, this I think is the first instance where we actually have to use an item. No, we had the sheet music in the Hilltop Mausoleum. We had to use this. We actually scroll through our inventory to find the skull key and hit select on it, and it uses it. A little enemy here, a wolf. Poor little wolfies. That didn't work too well there, did it? So this requires a star rune. Want to be faster on your feet? Want to be able to bash down walls by charging into them? Yeah! All you have to do is defeat the evil guardians of the graveyard and gain this new ability. You will never know why you left the grave without it. This is one of the few ability upgrades in the game. I think it's the only one, if I'm not mistaken. So there's this giant hill here. Island of sorts. And it is this opening into gateway crypt or something. Whatever. The camera turn right. On top is surrounded by, of course, wolves and a fence. Where'd the other wolf go? Come on! Wolfie! Where'd you go? Head over here too while I'm at it. Again, doing a quick save. Actually, I'm going to reassign these. Since I don't use the right analog stick nor the left and right L and R shoulder buttons, I'm actually going to assign those in here to. So for load state, I'll use the right shoulder button, save state, left shoulder button, and save slot, I'll use up and down on the right stick. Okay. So now, there we go. See, I can adjust save state slots, and I can save like that without having to bother with the keyboard. Set the keyboard aside for now. Shall we? Oh, the cat's over there. Alright. Yeah, I lost a wolfie here somewhere. Yes, I hear you, but I don't see you. Where are you? Come on. Are you up here? Yeah, there you go. That's where you ran to. See, here's the star rune. That can cause anything, I guess. So we need to get across this bridge. It is broken, so we're going to have to give ourselves a makeshift bridge. To do that, we come in here. Have ourselves pick me up for money, which I can't seem to pick up. Goodness. Use energy vial. Oh, Undertakers. I didn't even notice that sign there before. Nice. And so, okay, there's the chalice. Alright. This way. Ceiling. But this sort of area, if you jump here, boop, takes you up this little pool. this is the more difficult set. There you go, chalice can be collected now. Hooray, got some more money. So this, push. This is a nice little brick. I don't really need that used in a while yet. See, every time you die in this game, those little life bottles I got at the top of the screen. Oop, there we go. Don't want to fall in. It uses a life bottle until you finally run out of life bottles, in which case the game's over. And you gotta really save. So it's sort of like lives and health are combined into the same sort of mechanic in here. It's very interesting. I like it. Obviously. Whoa, gotta be careful here. In fact, you know what? I will use save states more in this because, well, I have them. I'm not going to use them, I guess. I know I said there's only a few places in which I need to use them. Doesn't mean I want to use them as well. Yeah, we'll just push this guy on the water as well. See, there's a moment where, you see, the game just grabs that stone like there. Now, let's head back. Whoa! Well, that's the thing. See, you can see it here. It uses up a life bottle. So there you go. So this uses life bottle. Yeah, and there are some instances in this game in which I'm going to be there are just some unfair areas in this game. Let's go ahead and grab the chalice. Where you just die and die and die. So really, save states are just almost This one gets a little bit hairy because there's one moment where this pathway, right here, narrows a bit and you can easily fall off if you're not careful or while pushing this block. Oh goody, there's a, whoa, see, it's easy to get screwed up. I'm sure there's probably like strats and everything here. But, I'd rather do the game in the proper way. You can easily turn it around. Let me run back and grab some more health from that fountain of healthiness. Continuing on. Great camera angle. It's filling up a life bottle there. Even though not staying like this. Let's grab that. Here. Yeah, I'm not sure quite what to do about this audio situation. Save that. So this becomes a little tricky, obviously. Depth perception in this game sucks. The only shadow you have. Oh, I forgot there was a light bulb there. The only shadow you have is Dan's. Heard about all the Guardians of the Graveyard! Sure thing. So these guys suck. They are only vulnerable when they're solid, and they're only solid for a moment, as you can see there. There's two of them, and you have to defeat both of them. Hurt me too. That's the name of the game. I did pretty good. Almost done. Come on, guys. There we go. The evil guardians of the graveyard have been vanquished. You have claimed the daring dash ability. Use it well, Sir Dan. So the daring dash utilizes the triangle button. Before, the triangle was just hold out your shield or move with your shield. Now, if you hit the button while running, you got a little dash. A little speed trail behind you, as you can see there. And you got a little dash for just a moment. It doesn't stay. It's only there for just a bit. Alright, well, let's go ahead and leave.
All has changed outside the necropolis. Paths go this way, paths go that way. Nasty, painful death waits round every turn and over every hill. Bon voyage.
Well, thank you. So we've seen and done everything in this level, so... And we picked up the chalice, so to Hall of Heroes we go! Yeah. I'm not sure if the, whoops, wrong button. If the hammer is actually a stronger weapon to use than the short or small sword. Or if it does some more damage or DPS, I don't know. But I'm not a big fan of it. I just use it as a replacement for the club, unless I need to light something on fire, in which case the club is just about the only thing that will work. So again, keeping the tradition of talking to the same person twice.
Bravo, Fortescue! Some of the other chaps wagered Zarok would be using your ribcage as a toast rack by now, but I knew you'd pull through. Here, I have a little extra something here I can give you. Could help the old quest. You want it?
Oh yeah! It's just money. Again, where they don't know what they're giving you. Is this... Yeah, we've already read this. I love how in this game, not so much in the sequel, but in this one at least, whenever they had Dan's voice lines, they would have it to where he talked like he had no bottom jaw, because he doesn't have a bottom jaw. And of course he only has the one eye. Hey, partner. Yes. I may not get this game done before Halloween unless I do marathon or something. Yeah, because there's a lot to this game. Now we have the first big branching path. We'll get to that in a moment. Before we do, though, let's head back to the very first level, Dan's Crypt. Now that we have Dan's Daring Dash ability, we can get a much needed item in here. I think we still need to pick up the rune. If I'm not mistaken. Let's get some more money. Yeah, star rune again. So let's go ahead and grab that while I'm thinking about it. Might as well. Oh, it's just right there. We don't need to keep going down. Pick up more money, but who needs it? But this little wall text right here, notice it's different. Well, that's because it is secret. Oops, and you have to kind of hit it dead on. Now, I think you can also use the club and the hammer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can. I generally like to use the dash, so wait until I get the dash and use that one. Yeah, money and a life bottle are hidden in here in this little secret area. Save. That's all we needed to get out of there. There are no enemies in that level, so there's no souls to collect into a chalice. So that's the only level that does not have a chalice. Now everything else we have done. We've gotten now, as far as I know. I mean, for all I know, we may be missing some things. Now here's the big branching here. We can go north to the Enchanted Earth. However, we are missing stuff that we need to be able to proceed in there. So there's no point in going in there right now. We need, I think it is, I can't remember exactly off the top of my head now. But we need something in this branch first, okay? So you got to go through all this. So Scarecrow Fields, one of my absolute favorite levels. I mean, they're all my favorite, but really love this one. And we get intro levels now. Intros to levels. Yay! Not all stages will have an intro like that, but most do now. I say most. I don't know about that. Anyhow, here we are, Scarecrow Fields. Love it to death. Music is phenomenal too. The scarecrows are almost unstoppable, so don't be a hero. Try trapping them while you make your escape. Well, they're not unstoppable. Here's one right here. They come to life. They're annoying as can be because, yeah, they start spinning like this and they hurt you. But more importantly, you have to kill them in order to get, yeah, their spirit from them. Which is their soul data, which is used to fill the chalice. Which you need the chalice if you're going to go to the Hall of Heroes. So we've already got 11%, so we're there. Now, this is an interesting thing. This is like a soul or spirit generator here, except there is a limit to how many are here. Each of these little hay bales, bay hails. Come on, which direction are you going? Really no more out of this? There's only the two? Okay. Movers required there. Beware of mischief makers and metal machines. Who knows what dark sorcery brings their metal limbs to life? It would be good to see the back of such menaces. Hint, hint. Alright, got some more pitchfork pools here. Come on. There you are. Sometimes I lose. Come on, guys. There you go. Is that all you got? Come on. Come around here, grab some energy. Speak to the shopkeep. And yep, nothing. Exit. Oh, where'd you come from? Where were you hiding? Some more money. I don't know what the maximum money you can have in these payments, whatever it is. But I'm pretty sure there's not enough in this game to reach it. To reach that level. So I don't know if I think you can light these on fire. Yeah. I think that makes them come out. Can you do that? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe that's pointless. At any rate, so yeah, here's one of these metal machines right here. Let's go ahead and switch to a ranged weapon. crossbow is an excellent one to start with because it was rapid fire. Shoot off the head. Bearing dash behind him, and hey, it's a goblin steering. And he's down. Sword, and he drops the moon rune. I think this may be one of the levels that has the most amount of runes in it. I'm not sure, not 100%. A lot of runes. These bats are annoying. Always try and kill them because they feed on you as you're walking and running through here. Come on, I saw you use one. Earth rune. So that'll let us come back over here and continue through all of the rest is being made. Here's the first obstacle of many, which I can't believe I actually got hit by that. But I did. One of 2 or 3 fountains in this stage. Believe me, you're gonna need them. This is not a trivial stage. It's fun, though. You know that sound. Yep. Indeed, there's a scarecrow. Spinning. See, they are. There's no real, like, fighting technique in this game. This isn't like a Dark Souls or whatever. This isn't a matter of, you know, dodge, block, then parry, thrust, blah blah blah. That's you can see even visibly the fountain has gotten less and less full of life as I've been draining it. I like that. Nice touch as well. Oh, got another guy. Yeah, this is just a button mash fest. Fighting any enemy in this, just about. It's all just a button mash. Chaos required. This guy sucks. Shoots fire at you. At least while the head is no longer alive. Yay. So we got the Chaos Rune, and we just use it here immediately. Kind of weird, but okay. Whatever works. There you go, they follow them. 2 scarecrows over there we're going to have to deal with shortly. Kol Katura, the Serpent Lord, yearns to fight alongside you, but has been captured by Zarok and sealed within a chest. Free this mighty spirit and earn a powerful ally. Why Zarok left him in an easily breakable chest out here is beyond my understanding. Seriously, bro? But you know that's the situation we're in. Now, in this stage, you do not ever want to walk into the cornfield. Yeah, there we go. Finally got him. Yeah, I think this shows about him. Death waits in the cornfield. Pick your route carefully and do not linger in the corn. Yeah, you see, every now and then you see these little smokes. Smoke. Yeah, see the little thing jumping around out there in it. There are things, creatures in there that will kill you, I think, instantly if you go into the cornfield for any length of time. These fields are home to many mad machines, yet the most bizarre of them is housed within this barn. Now, we've seen these skull crossbone chests before, And typically they are, let's open this up so that we can see these two scarecrows that have come after us. But this one does not contain a bomb, this one contains Kolkatura, the Surface Lord. So he's going to help us fight and destroy, hopefully. Yeah, see, he kills these scarecrows. One freaking hit, man. Ooh, he's pretty amazing. He only lasts for a little while, though, so let's run around and see if we can make sure that we use him to our fullest. Any more guys coming out? Yep, there we go. Kill that guy. Thank you, Cole. Any more up here? Whoa. Yeah, got that one. Alright, we're at 97%. That's good. Any more while we still got Cole here? Yeah. There we go. The chalice can now be collected. We haven't even found the chalice yet, but we're going to have to do a little bit of backtracking. Any more? How about this one? Yep, there's one. Oh, is there another scarecrow around somewhere? Because that's what Cole is really good at, is killing scarecrows. I think we've used up Cole. I don't see him around anymore. Alright, let's set fire to that one and to this one. You don't have to do this by any means. In fact, I don't think it even matters if you do. So, over here, if we hop inside here, what's more annoying? Bats. There was another one. Yep, there he goes. The corn cutting machine is missing a part. A cog fell off this miracle of modern agriculture, and it hasn't worked since. This is not a required thing. It's entirely optional, I believe, but it's worth doing. And what we want to do right now is hop up here, grab some money, hit that switch which lowers the corn cutting machine, and gives us another copper shield. So now we have 2 shields to choose from, by the way. Copper and silver. Can't do anything with the corn cutting machine just yet, but we will be back. And I just realized I've been having this audio playing through my television speakers. Give me a moment. Yeah, I need to change something here. Pause this. Because that may actually be affecting the stream here. I'm not entirely sure in how things sound. Get my usual earbuds, plug them into, oops, sorry about bumping the microphone. Plug them into here, this controller, which will allow me to there we go. Now I can hear the game well through here, and it shouldn't come through the microphone, causing maybe like an echo effect or what have you. Alright, well, let's head over here. There's there you go, energy vial. Things I don't remember hearing before. Actually, I'm so used to playing on speakers. I think we've gotten everything we can get for now out here. So let's go ahead. camera. And yeah, there's something we need. Whoa. Now we get to go through the gauntlet of sorts. Yeah. And yes, of course, there's another scarecrow. Forgot about this one here, otherwise I would have had Cole come along and help me kill this guy. Not that we need to, we already got 100%. They give you way more souls in this level than you need. So here's a whole bunch of machinery we get to try and dodge around. Yeah, we'll get that. There. Yep, here's another. Fountain of life. And draining it for our life bottle. There. Yeah. Okay. By the way, our shield has been destroyed now. So we'll do another one. Be careful with those, they'll blow you into the pit. Now, here's the exit. Okay, we're not going to take that, no, because we want to complete the side quest. And here is the harvester part. That means we got to go all the way back to that strange harvesting machine. Back through the gauntlet backwards, and when we're ready to leave, back forwards again. Oh, drain that one dry, just shy of getting full health. That's a shame, I guess. Come on, open up. Thank you. There we go, got for most of the gauntlet, just the little entryway gauntlet here remains. Not sure if we need to actually dash, but I like to. Okay. Got sidetracked. So we can come in here and use that part on this machine. I like to get up the side of here. I'm not sure if that's necessary. Here we are. Boop, harvester part. Before we go down there, though, let me run back to the... I think there was a health fountain over here that we almost drained. Let's go ahead and finish draining it. Was it back this way? Yeah, there it is. Oh, we were already... Okay, never mind. Never mind. So this, obviously, this is the freshly hewn path that the harvester made, and there's another fountain for us there. That's the third fountain in this stage. Most stages only have one or two, but this stage is so long and brutal that it has three. Such a mistake. And so, let's see, we want some more crossbow bolts. There we go, thank you. The stores don't yet have shields. Eventually they will, I think. But anyway, so Hall of Heroes awaits, and yay, another life bottle. So good. Eventually, those life bottles are going to kind of run dry, and it's going to be a long time before we find another one. All right, back through the gauntlet again. Wind up here. I hate this one. That's why you don't really need to actually squat. They're high enough. It's just the act of jumping that is, can cause problems. Get through there. Alright.
Pumpkin Gorge, dead ahead. The nursery to Gallomere's favourite side dish. Step inside and understand the true horror of fruit gone bad.
Thank you. I don't know if those gargoyle things or faces, whatever, have names, or a name at least. Not entirely sure. Alright, time for somebody new. We've spoken to Canny Tim twice. And what's his name over here? Twice. Woden. This is Woden the Mighty over here. New person.
Fortescue, you jawless arrow magnet. What are you doing back here? Huh? What? Call me Mr. Woden the Mighty. How I pity the people of Gallowmere, that their fate should once again be in the hands of a chump like you. Still, I suppose it's not fair to take it out on them. Take my sword, and do try not to stab yourself in the foot. You know, I've always had my doubts about you, Fortescue. You're just not carved from hero material.
Da-da-da. Finally, an upgrade to our small sword. We now have the broadsword. So, this lovely weapon here is much bigger. Well, bigger anyway, not that much. But most importantly, it does more damage on its own, but most importantly, it can be charged. Right now it has a 0% charge, but you can charge it up at the store, and as long as you're wielding it, have it in hand, it will slowly drain, but it does even more damage while it's charged. So, really awesome weapon. And we're going to have that for pretty much almost the rest of the game. There's only like maybe 4 or 5 or 6 levels at the end that we will have a better sword. The third and final one. The Master Sword, so to speak. Alright, let's say what we got. Where are we? 1018? Okay. We keep going for a bit. I'd love to at least get through the 2 Pumpkin Gorge stages, if possible. So again, got a path split here. We can go up here to the Sleeping Village, which we don't want to do just yet. Or over here to Pumpkin Gorge. And this is really where we need to be going next. Again, at Sleeping Village, I think we need something from there. Yes. Yes, we do. The Mayor's Key or something. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, yeah. We're going into Pumpkin Gorge. these little puppets there, of course, and they're endless. But I hate most in this level are these tentacles that just stick out from the ceiling. You can hit them eventually to the point where they won't, you know, bother you anymore, which I think I've already done there. But they're still annoying. See, now they're done. And we got the moon room, which we are going to need. Replenish our club. Those enemies now. Thanks, camera. Appreciate that. There we go. Those out of the way. Don't want to leave that away just yet. And we'll speak to you right now. And so here we go. He's got services and supplies now. So with services, yeah, we can spend 100 gold and have him enchant our sword. I recommend only doing that if you're about ready to go into a battle heavy area where you're going to be using the sword quite a bit. So in the meantime, we don't really need it. Next up is this, which we'll get to this later. So behind there is where the chalice lies, amongst other things, I think. Mostly just the chalice. So let's not worry about that right now. We'll come back when our souls fill. Killed enough people to fill the chalice. Souls. Dang pumpkins. Quite one. So. Do not like. Yeah, I think you come out there. But anyway, now these we've already seen these before. You can use them clever hammer to get through them. Wow. Already used up a life bottle. So many pumpkins. My goodness. Uh-oh, screen's changing. Need to fix that. Go away, tentacles, so I can fix this. And they're still bothering me. Alright, let me hit the old flux button, and yep, it's returning to normal, I think. Yeah, it appears to be. Oh wow, you're still around there. Gotcha. Gather around, guys. Gather around. Only at 21%. Wow. So there's where the moon is used. Before I take that path, I need to run around. Wow. Spitters. Alright. That requires a chaos rune. Going up into that little hen house like area. But okay, so we need to go in here next, which has a very interesting little mechanic. See, if you run the other direction, it lowers this, but we're trying to raise this little platform. So. It's just about there. There we go, got it. And we got the chaos room. So we can move on. Actually, we can also go inside this weird mouse area. I don't think there's anything of note in here. Okay, I used the energy vial. That's worth it, actually. Yay for life fountain. Has the screen actually also done that again? Thought I took care of that. Let me hit flux again here to turn it off, hopefully. Did it turn it off? One moment while I see if I can't figure this out here. Looks like my little flux thing is not quite doing what it should. Let me try it with my keyboard. Keyboards work, don't they? Sometimes. There we go. Sorry about the tint there on the screen. I thought my little keyboard shortcut here didn't quite get the job done, apparently. Okay, now it should. Now it looks the way it should. Really. Yeah. What can I say? Flux, man. Okay, so we entered there and we got this big area. Already opens up. Do we have the thing for this one? Large earth room we don't have yet. Okay. So to get the earth room, we're going to have to head towards the exit. Just like that harvester part, remember? So we have to go through this crap. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Up and down these magical mushrooms go. They will take you higher and higher, but be careful not to fall in sync without a trace. Yeah. 3D platforming! We love this, don't we? Yeah, I guess. And of course we also need a star room there to continue on any further. So we gotta take this little side route. Pick up the earth balloon. Two more darn tentacles. See, we're still only at like what, 56% there? 50 something. It's like, well, where are all the others? We'll soon see. Indeed you shall. Gosh. Definitely need to grab this used energy vial. Star room. Yay! Silver shield. We got him back again. Alright. We're at 59%. So unfortunately we are going to need to go through this a second time, and it won't be the last. Good old 3D platforming. wish there was a store nearby so I could power up my sword for this. And the only way to get out of here, see, that's locked off. And that's timer is required. I think there's a timer. Maybe this is the level with the most rooms in it. I don't know. But in order to get the time room, we're going to have to keep attacking these stupid tentacles. Keep lowering that central pillar. Meanwhile, they keep hurting. Come on. Probably could jump and grab it now, I think. I don't know. But there is a point at which these finally... Yeah, they finally stop and then you can grab it normally and we're good to go. So both paths open up suddenly. I can't remember, I think they... yeah. Definitely use that. Used it in a while. Clear out all of these stone. I think this leads to the exit. It's yet another one of these. Yep. So we don't want to go to the exit just yet. We haven't gotten the chalice. Get us some energy vials while we're here. 95, one or two more should do it. Where are they? Good question. I think the last ones are in, I don't think they're up here, are they? Let me check. Come on. No, they're not here. I'm thinking of the next stage where there's a couple more right before the exit. Oh, did that? Yeah, there we go. I must have missed that one. That only puts us at what, 96, 98%? Can't even read that. Yeah, these are never ending, by the way. You can sit here and fight them all you want. I don't think there is any defeating them, actually. So I think there are some if you go ahead and bash. Ah! Woo! I got lucky there. I think there's more when you bash down the, the wall leading to the chalice. Let's go check that out now, shall we? Assuming, of course, I can find my way to it. Gosh. Can't see where I'm going. There we go. There we go. Am I missing anything here? I don't think I am. Ah, here we go. There it is. Chalice can now be collected. think it's one of those levels where they give you just enough enemies, but you gotta find them to fill the chalice. Oh wait, where did these guys come from? Maybe I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. Good. I'm okay with this. But it is annoying still. So slow down here. Alright, let's... And this one, it's tough to use the dash ability. Because the camera does not cooperate. Doesn't want to anyway. There we go. So you fall down here and you can't get back up that way. Yay, the Hall of Heroes awaits. Tentacles must die. I don't care if they don't give you souls or anything. I gotta kill those tentacles. I can't stand these things. Hate them. Alright. I think that's all of them. Nope, here's the last. Probably the last anyway. And up here at the end. Yep, and use it as well. Always helpful. Okay, finally, now we can get the heck out of here. Good. Shoutouts to long stages, huh? Always gets me a little tense when I'm trying to navigate those platforming sections. And here we go.
All bow down before the master of the vegetable patch, the prize-winning plant who can summon an army of cabbage with a wave of his noble tendril. He's delicious, he's nutritious, he's Zarok's secret recipe. He's the Pumpkin King.
Yep, we're not done with pumpkins yet. But first, a quick detour.
Gaining allies in the Hall of the Heroes is the way forward. Hack,
Yep.
choppity chop, off with a few zombies' heads, and it thinks it can redeem itself in battle. You still have a long way to go to rank as the best.
Yeah, thanks for reminding us. And again, with Woden the Mighty. Can't quite land on that worship spot there.
By God, Fortescue, you must be the luckiest corpse ever to walk the face of the earth. I have something here I can lend to you. Take it or leave it, but remember, I'm only doing this for the sake of Gallowmere's doomed population, and not for you, you gangly buffoon!
Of course. Yeah, well, it's a measly gift of 2 chests of gold. So we've already gotten over 1,200 gold now. I don't think there's even 10,000 gold in the game, so I'm not sure what the limit is on that number. Okay. Yeah, this is the end of this path here. Yep. move on. Now, that one little gargoyle face or whatever called this the Pumpkin King, whereas the game calls it the Pumpkin Serpent. Some got lost during the development phase of the game. That's how much I know. Okay. King Pumpkin sleeps. If you want an audience with this regal plant, you should mash all of his pod sacs. Sounds lovely. These things. And every time you do mash them, there's 8 more. There's 9 total enemies here. Well, usually. I think there's something back here. Yep. Gold. Come on. Yep. 7%, 11%. All tentacles must die. Stop. You can do a little bit of an overhead chop like that. It's not as easily controllable as it like. Now, you notice there's a big cauldron there. What does that remind you of? It is rumored that the Pumpkin Witch is in possession of a much sought-after dragon gem. If you have a witch talisman, you could summon this kindly witch. Okay, so a little bit of knowledge here that you wouldn't know about had you never played this game before. Now, earlier we learned about witches. That was a whole introduction. I think that was on the right before the Hilltop Mausoleum. It was a whole little side quest chain that kicks off, where you get the witch talisman right here, which can be used to summon witches. And if you remember correctly, one of the books there said use it whenever you see signs of witch activity nearby to summon a witch. Or it's like it is said that witches can be summoned with this witch talisman if you find signs of their recent activity nearby or something like that. So, yes, this is one of 2 areas in the entire game where you can summon a witch. And they lead to side quests, both of them do. One of them, in fact, leads to a side quest that leads to another side quest. Regardless, all of these lead to... they both lead to... let's just say one of the best weapons in the game that you could only get if you take this whole witch side quest chain of events. So, let's do this. We're gonna obviously we're gonna do this here, all the side quests. So let's summon the witch. She's a hoot.
Greetings, kind sir. I am the Pumpkin Witch. I'm like a mother to those pumpkins. I give them all the love and care a young fruit could ever ask for. From the moment they first push a shoot above the soil, right up until their heads are cut off and eaten. And look, see how they repay me, running around and causing mischief. That nasty old big pumpkin has a bad influence on the young seedlings. If you teach him a lesson in manners, I might give you a nice present.
So, yes, we now have ourselves a side quest. We're going to be teaching this Pumpkin King Serpent a nice lesson in manners anyway, but you know. Oh, yeah, more coins. Now, this is. Whoa, what was that? I heard that. I heard that. So here's the little dried up lake. It's an interesting area here. 6 pods remain. good for now. Just yet. Yeah, so yeah, they're smashing that pod. These guardians come out. There he is himself, by the way. That is the Pumpkin King / Serpent. We're not going to smash the pods surrounding him just yet. We'll save them for last. But we will get to him. Pods. Behind tentacles, of course. Why did it have to be tentacles? More remaining. That seemed to be like flashing or something. Strange. So you notice we got a couple of helpful skull and crossbone chests that will help us out here with the Pumpkin King. Bypass the king for a moment, head towards where the exit's going to be. There's one more pod back here, as well as tentacles. I think these are the few tentacles where you can't really get them all. They're just a little too high up. Yeah, maybe we'll hit them. Well, if I can't get them all, I think I can let this one. There's two pods back here, sorry. I think that's it. Alright, so we smash these two. 2 pods remain. 2 pods remain. Okay, so 2 pods remain. And they are the 2 that surround the serpent here himself. And we only have 71% of the chalice filled. Howdy, sweet dog. You're shrunken by witch. Yes. Not this witch. Thanks for joining, by the way. Not this witch. It's the second witch. The one that is in the Enchanted Earth. Yeah, that's an interesting side quest because it's like a side quest that leads to another side quest. It's interesting. Okay, I think we're about ready to fight the serpent here. Where? I thought there was a store nearby. Maybe I'm mistaken. So I'd like to be able to go ahead and purchase the enchantment for the broadsword here. Engaging him in battle. Not that I need to. Just makes battle a little bit quicker. And you notice this so much overgrowth here, including this well right here that's got these things sticking out of it. They hurt you if you get too close. Okay, apparently there is no store nearby here. That's a shame. That's okay. Go ahead and do what we need to do. 1 pod remains. And here we go. Let's go ahead and summon some help. There's a bomb right there that will help us out. And another bomb that will help us out. It's completely normal to lose a lot of life bombs during this battle. Thankfully, I only lost 1. Such lovely sprite animation there. Ah, some more guardians popped up. You're too late. I killed your king. Deal with it. Just go away. No need for you to guard anything anymore. So now, the exit, as you can see, opens up. We could leave if we wanted to, but we don't want to. We don't have the chalice yet. Oh, another guard. So where on earth is, you might wonder. Well, now that the Pumpkin King / Serpent is dealt with, you notice this well over here is no longer overgrown. So let's go down it. There's where the storefront is. Yeah. Rats, and you can see the chalice up in there too. Not that we don't need anything here. So, can't get the chalice yet, because again, we don't have 100% of the souls. So we need to find, there's some souls, some more guards, I think, hiding somewhere. We need to find them and eliminate them. There's one. There's another. We're at 91%, 93 or so percent. I think there's a couple that pop up here. No, maybe not. I thought there was. Oh, there's another one. There we go. Now the chalice can be collected. So now we gotta go back. Oh, there's another one. I wonder if they're endless on this stage. I can't imagine they would be, but maybe they are. See, they keep popping up. Or maybe it's a glitch or bug or something. Strange, but yes, we do want to go ahead and... Oh, stepped on a rat. We're going to get this. Yep. Now, let's return before... Also, before we leave, we need to collect your reward from the witch, because we taught that serpent a lesson. That Pumpkin King.
A most edifying spectacle, sir. Man and vegetable in a magnificent duel to the death. Oh, I've come over all of a doodah. Here, have this lovely dragon gem as your reward. Oh, lovely, majestic creatures dragons are.
Yep. And we'll be hanging on to this dragon gem for a long time. It is one of 2 dragon gems that is needed to unlock the, most powerful-ish item. Yeah, I think they are enemies. That is weird. I don't remember that at all. Oh well. You know what? I'm not gonna fight that guy. We're done here. Yep, down to Will. So we've spoken to Canny Tim and what's his name? Hammer and Woden the Mighty twice. So now we've gained enough favor that these stairs have finally become solid. Yay! So we got Sturm there, I think, and I can't remember. And there's a centaur, he's glowing. Shield guy and what's her name? I can't remember. Amazon warrior, she's glowing. So there's 2 people we can speak to now. Let us. I can't remember if there's any particular one we want to talk to first. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's speak with Centaur.
Look at you running around in your bones, Fortescue. You're so nouveau dead. I, Ravenhooves, last prince of the centaurs, have not galloped the earth in over 10,000 years.
Ravenhooves.
Do yourself a favor, Fortescue. Take my longbow, more powerful than a crossbow, The option of flaming arrows, it is truly the weapon of noblemen.
Truly.
Congratulations! You don't
Yep.
quite have my breeding, Mr. Johnny-come-lately, but there's hope for you yet.
Found the longbow. So this is very much like the crossbow and the throwing daggers before them. But like you said, it does have options later. You can get flaming and eventually magic arrows with them. And I think it goes longer distances, or no, it does more damage than the crossbow does. But anyway, yes, Sweet Dog, you are absolutely correct. It is the dragon suit. I was going to save that as a surprise, but no, it's the dragon suit. Dragon gems get you, which is it protects you from fire. Which is only really used in one area, but also allows you to breathe fire too. And that's what is the end. You need the 2 dragon gems for, which is the whole purpose of the witch sub-quests. Alright, we still got some time. Let's keep going a little bit further here. Go up here to the sleeping village next, I think is where we want to go. This is the village we saw in the intro video, where Zarok put everyone to sleep or so. Thank you, Sweet Dog. Appreciate the follow. And I love the sound effects in this level. It's well, you'll just see. And of course, in this intro video. So they're all, their souls have been captured by Zarok, so they're like zombies, and they want to attack anyone and anything, but you don't want to attack them because they're innocent. And
Poor villagers. The master possesses them. It mustn't hurt them. Hurt guards, though. They seek out an object of great power.
indeed they do. So, whenever we run into these villagers, we don't want to attack them. That's not... That is no bueno. Like, there's one right there. You just run away from it. Let's go to the church here. I think there's something right here. Yeah, might as well pop off here. The guards that Setchu was talking about don't appear until a little bit later in the level. A crucifix once stood here, but the mayor took it to find the replacement and see how the church should really look. Indeed. I always find it interesting, there's these rats in the game. If you're really hard up for cash, you can smash them, if you can catch them. And you'll get 1 coin. You hear a squeak, and you get 1 coin for killing him. Each one of them. So, that's great. Alright, I always get a little bit confused. Where I need to visit first and all that. Slow down here. Come on, get in front of it. Come on, Dan. Read the book. Take a look. It's in this book right here. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Blacksmith's Monthly. Old excuse me. Old Man Willie Green of Gallows Town was awarded Smithy of the Season by our readers. His outstanding casts have produced many intricate and hard-wearing iron goods and sculptures. Willie only uses the finest of metals in his work, and is particularly noted for his magnificent busts. Old Man Willie was quoted as saying, "Aye, when I get pumping on me bellows, there's no stopping me. It's all in the rhythm, up and down, up and down. I've always been inspired by the stories of Stanya Ironhewer, the greatest smithy that ever there was." Please forgive my awful accent. Oh, I didn't know you could push that stool around. This game for 20 years, didn't know you could push that stool around. You can smash these things, and sometimes there's money inside them, like that. So it's sometimes a good idea to do that. Yep. Yeah, absolutely correct, Sweet Dog. You do need to find a mold and make a new... Get away from me, brat! Make a new crucifix for up here. But where you get the actual material, well, remember the book said something about busts? Well, there's a bust you can find of the mayor, I think. Or, no, excuse me, landlord. It's a landlord. I think it's in here. Yep. Which we need to get the moon room before we can do anything else there. Heard a door open over here. Yep, there it is. There's the moon room. Hey, woman. Out of my way, child. Go home, brat. Alright, so we want to push this over here because it's a momentary switch. Or dead man switch, whatever. Oh, come on. I didn't push this one. There we go. Such a silly game. Look at all these rats. My goodness. Another club, didn't need it. Yeah, such a fantastic game. I try to always play the game and beat it once a year around this time. Bust of Mr. Shanks, landlord of the Troll's Head. To clean the statue, lower pedestal. So you can see it floating up there near the top of the screen. That's the bust of the landlord, Mr. Shanks. And that's what we need along with a mold. And to lower, we need to get to... Well, we need to hit the switch down here. But we also want to be able to... Oh, here we go. Ow. Oh. Let me reload that. She got in the way! She got in the way! I don't think it makes a difference if we actually... have to read these things. Anyway, next time I'll save it before I do that again. Let's try this again here with the moon room. Where was that other one? And this way. Ow! Stop hitting me on the head. Excuse me, sir. Don't whack me, please. There's a lot of reading in this stage. I thought you had had to smash those things. Yeah, come on. Get away from there. Get away from there. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. So now I've got the earth rune. Come down here with it. Out of my way. So, hit that switch, that lowers the pedestal. And we can pick up the bus now. Da-da-da. Alright. Now we just need to find the mold. Let's get out of here. Ah, this is where the guards come.
Hurry, comrades, tear this place apart. If we don't find the shadow artifact, Lord Zarok will have us mocking out the demons for the next millennium.
Okay, so here we go with the guards. Now these guys we do want to kill. And they actually are the ones that give us souls for the chalice. There's the sword. There's something there. Just keep hitting circle button for some reason. So let's go ahead and fill up on arrows. Now that we have bow and arrow. Sure, we'll enchant the sword. Don't really need to right now. We need to come down here and hit this switch, and that will actually turn off the fountain, which will give us that right there. Chaos rune, I think that is. Oh, let's kill this guy for souls. Where was that town center? There it is. Wow, they're all here. Look at this. Slowing down the whole game and everything. It's a little bit faster killing them here. Chaos rune. The rune key is held aloft by the flow of water from the fountain. You may have to wait for the next drought. Well, I made my own drought. Thank you. Here's the so you can see we're down to 19% already on this sword. It uses up pretty quickly. Alright, and into the library we go. This is an interesting location. We've got a lot to read here. So let me wet my whistle real quick. Yeah. Sweet Dog, I highly recommend this game. I'm playing it on a emulator right now. For my computer, streaming to my TV, but absolutely, my PS1 getting cheap now. Play this. History of Gallowmere, Volume 1. During the dark time that was Gallowmere's not too distant past, it was King Peregrine who thwarted Zarok the Necromancer and his plan to enslave the land. Zarok, once the king's mage, had fallen out of favor with the ruler for conducting outlandish experiments on the bodies of the dead. It was said that deep within Peregrine Castle, the dead were restless. The dead are to be honored, not kept as the playthings of alchemists, declared King Peregrine as he banished Zarok from the castle. All of Zarok's living dead were routed out and destroyed. Zarok, being an unforgiving soul, went into hiding and vowed to wreak his revenge on the king. Gotta be a little careful here. There's a dude here that wants to chop us up while we're trying to read these books. History of Gallowmere, Volume 2. Rumors of ill-doing and dark deeds abounded through the land of Gallowmere. It was whispered that Zarok had employed the aid of shadowy demons to help build a vast castle. Under the cover of night, Zarok's dark army spilled forth from their corrupt haven. The army marched south across the Silver Mountains and through the Silver Woods. Silver Mountains and Silver Woods. Soon afterwards, even the Pumpkin Lands belonged to Zarok. The folk of Gallows Town cried out for help. "Save us, good King Peregrine!" Retaliation was swift and violent. King Peregrine's forces, led by the brave Sir Fortescue, drove Zarok's army back from Gallows Town. There was much rejoicing, but the war was not yet over. History of Gallowmere, Volume 3. News that Zarok's army had now taken the Floodlands caused much concern. From this vantage point, Zarok could march west to take the Enchanted Forest. This sacred place would prove a bitter defeat if it fell into the hands of the evil sorcerer. It was Sir Dan Fortescue who once again led the king's militia to rid the demon host from the land. Yet the evil wizard was cunning and had prepared an ambush. A titanic battle ensued, of which history has never seen since the like. It is said that the day would have gone to Zarok, but for the skill and valor of one man. Which man? Fortescue led the charge deep into the massed ranks of the undead, felling Zarok's bodyguard, the fearful Lord Cardok, and, before finally succumbing to his own mortal wounds, slew the traitorous sorcerer with a mighty sweep of his sword. And there he is. Come on, don't bother me. Alright. History of Gallowmere, Volume 4. The forces of evil were destroyed, but at a terrible price. None but a handful of the king's militia returned from that field. Gallowmere lost a whole generation of young men that day, including Canny Tim, the legendary crossbowman and Fortescue's second-in-command, who fell in the first volley of arrows. Doesn't that sound familiar? Excuse me a moment. My pet Zoe is demanding some attention here. So, yeah, as we saw from the opening movie, it wasn't actually Canny Tim that fell in the first volley of arrows. It was Fortescue. But, yeah, as myth became legend and so on, and stories were told and spread, it got reversed into Canny Tim. Tim that held the first volley, and it was Sir Dan Fortescue who killed Zarok, apparently. But that's stories for you, you know. Zarok's body was never found, though if it lies unmourned in an unmarked grave, then no one in Gallowmere would shed a tear. The shadow demons that had fallen under Zarok's banner were unnatural creatures that did not belong in the world of mortal men. The king declared that they be banished, entombed under the pure earth of the enchanted earth. Remember that for a little later. Imprisoned within an impregnable box of the king's design... impregnable... The demons were buried deep underground. Their tomb was sealed with a magical device that has since come to be known as the Shadow Artifact. Yeah, impregnable it is not. The king needs to work on his design of impregnable boxes. Okay, spoiler alert, here we're going to be opening up that box. Okay, this is interesting. Is this, are these all heroes, or is that... Ah! Go away, you fool. Go over here. Come over here and leave me alone. Okay, here's the tourist. Let's go ahead and do these here. Tourist Guide to Gallowmere, Part 1. The land of Gallowmere is a wondrous land of breathtaking sights and adventure. If it's beauty you're looking for, be sure to check out the sights of the Enchanted Forest. I thought it was Enchanted Earth. See, they never could get the names of everything nailed down, apparently. Pumpkin King, Pumpkin Serpent, and anyway. Scale the heights and see the nests of giant dragon birds. Seek out weird and wonderful plant life. Go ooh and ah at the sight of baby dragon toads splashing about in the crystal clear ponds. We'll see all of those soon. Why not take a walk through the Pumpkin Valley? I already have, thank you. Pumpkin is Gallomere's favorite dish, and about now, the valley is just bulging under the weight of young podlings awaiting harvest. Well, how do they know when the reader is reading this book that about now the valley is just bulging under the... Yeah, anyway. Conceits and all that, I suppose. Tourist Guide to Pet Gallowmere Part 2. If it's mystery you're looking for, then the seasoned adventurer should travel to the ruins of King Peregrine's castle. Yes, this is the fortress from which the fabled King Peregrine once hailed. It is said that the king's crown was lost in the dungeons below the castle, and that the ghost of the regent himself now haunts these cold stone passageways. Spooky. Say hi to Zoe. Why not take to the swamps and seek out the mythical town of Mellowmead? This place was once said to be a place of fantastical arcane alchemy, but an age has passed since it was consumed by the murky swamps. Perhaps great treasure awaits any adventurer that can locate its watery resting place? Question mark? Perhaps. Yeah, you have to endure a lot of beatings from this guy in order to read these books, because he is relentless. Come on, I want to read this book right here, and you're not letting me. Yeah, stop your laughing. Heroes from History, a retrospective, Chapter 1. In addition to being the strongest man who ever lived, Stanyer Ironhewer was unsurpassed in his skill as a blacksmith. He was equally happy pounding on his anvil at home as he was pounding on someone's head in battle. It was said that his only fear was the end of the village smithy as the focus of manufacture in favor of more centralized units. As if. There's a 90s phrase for you if ever I saw one. Chapter 2. Born a humble peasant to one of the nomadic tribes from the Eastlands, Bloodmonath Skullcleaver gathered an army of horsemen and swept over half the civilized world. When he finally died, attempting a single-handed attack on a garrison in the north while armed only with a spike on his helmet, he was the richest and most powerful peasant of his day. Richest and most powerful peasant. Not just that. Chapter 3. Karl Sterngard spent most of his formative years under siege at his family castle. With his impregnable magic shield, Sterngard's motto was, "The best form of attack is defense." Sadly, his shield couldn't protect him against poor eating habits, and he died during a post-battle feast while swallowing a large sausage he had failed to chew. Chapter 4. Truly the hero's hero, Woden the Mighty, was fearless, single-minded, and uncompromising. Unbeaten in combat, he inspired raw fear in friends and enemies alike, not to mention in close family members and pets. Chapter 5. Trained from birth in all forms of combat, Imanzi Shongama was the warrior queen of a tribe of Amazons. This is that one. The bold and the beautiful Shongama banished all males from her territory except the handful she kept on to mow the lawns of her people. Chapter 6. A full-time mother and homemaker, Megwin Stormbinder had to defend her settlement from barbarian raiders while the menfolk were away on a hunting trip. She fought off repeated attacks armed only with a pitchfork and a rolling pin, and with one arm holding her baby. Legend has it that the gods, impressed by her indomitable courage, intervened and added thunderbolts to her arsenal. She won the battle with a couple of bolts to spare on her husband when he finally returned. Chapter 7. Dirk Steadfast was a fearsome opponent thanks to his magic sword and a firmly held belief that only women defend themselves, real men are always on the attack. He was a friend and contemporary of Karl Sterngard and was with him even to the end. It was while Steadfast was explaining his views on Sterngard's shield during a feast that the latter had his tragic and inexplicable accident. And I think this is the final chapter at 8. Descended from the finest centaur bloodstock, Ravenhooves the Archer was the last prince of his people. A proud and haughty aristocrat, he was an accomplished hunter, sportsman, duelist, playboy, raconteur, and 3 times Derby winner. Oh yeah, this is the last one, actually. actually. Chapter 9. Captain of the militia in the time of King Peregrine, Sir Daniel Fortescue found fame when he killed the renegade wizard Zarok. A career soldier, raised in the royal household, he was adored by the men under his command and renowned for his loyalty to Gallowmere. It was said that Fortescue was always destined for greatness, with his square jaw, steely gaze, and thick shock of hair as black as raven's wings. He looked every inch the hero. And of course, now, he has none of those. He doesn't have a jaw, he only has one eye now, and his hair's gone. So great. Okay, now, one last little area to bash through here. Come on, come out of there. So I'll bash through this, and read this. Grab that and process. To whom it may concern, I must make haste, for Zarok's men will be here within the hour. I have taken the crucifix from the church. It is the key to a key. I used the cross to make the attached cast. Then I had it destroyed. It is my hope that this cast falls into the hands of a just and good hero. Signed, the town mayor. Whew! That was a lot of reading. Take a moment here and take a swig. That is the most reading there is in the game, so don't worry, that won't happen anymore. Now that we have the cast, we can make use of it. We need to go to Blacksmith, and up here the forge. Let's select the cast, put it there. In the forge, put in the bust, landlord's bust, and follow the instructions that were in this book here, where he gets to do a rhythm up and down, up and down. You can kind of see the forge glowing hotter and hotter as long as you got a good rhythm going. Which I seem to be having a little bit of difficulty finding, but we're getting there. And there we are. We now have the crucifix. And I'm going to take that crucifix right over here to the church. Place it on up here. Oh, let's go ahead and get a refill while we're here. Yeah, I can't wait for the remake of this game to come out on PS4. I don't own a PS4, but it's almost, in my opinion, worth buying a PS4 just to get the remake of this game. It's going to be so fantastic. Oh yeah, we already read that. So let's go ahead and put the crucifix up. There we go. Open up secret passage here where we got a safe key. And a gateway inexplicably opens up. Dear Sir or Madam, on my travels across Gallowmere, I have come across many mysterious and enchanting finds. However, that which filled me with deepest dread was discovery of the Tomb of the Shadow Demons. The key to their dank prison, the mysterious shadow artifact, is now in my possession. That dress-wearing bully boy Zarok will stop at nothing to retrieve this item. I fear that he already knows that it is I who possesses it. Yours fearfully, the town mayor. Possess or possesses? Grammatically correct. At any rate, okay, so we are at 86% on the chalice on this level, and we now have the safe key, and this area over here has opened up. Oh, not there. Area has opened up. Not there either. Where is it? Find it. Keep hearing a crowd over here. It's like this place over here is. The Troll's Head are apparently, I guess, is where all the townsfolk will gather, or most of them anyway. This is where it is. Okay. And again, we got to avoid these fools. Leave me alone. Yeah, here we go. there. We don't want to jump into that lake, pond, or whatever. And here, it's a one-way passage. Soldiers to be with 95%, we're almost there. I think. Where is the chalice? I don't remember where the chalice is in this stage. But what we need to do is. Come on. Silly polygon clipping and depth perception idiocy. You climb on these roofs and go down the fireplace. So we hit this switch and that opens the gate to the final area of this stage. And here's the safe, as a matter of fact. Is there? I thought there was a book in here. We can use the safe key here on the safe. And we get ourselves the shadow artifact. Which is necessary to, I think, in order to complete the game. So. Oops, I got turned around. Where is this? Oh, come on. We have to come here, even though the gate closes behind us. We have to come here in order to kill these guys and get that 100% for the chalice. Instructions from Zarok to his guards. Capture that greedy profiteer, the town mayor. Take him to the asylum dungeons. Give the fat boy a good going over. Locate the shadow artifact. Bring me back something nice. I can only imagine those are supposed to have been like bullet points or something. Alright, so now the chalice can be collected. The question is, where is it? I don't remember off the top of my head. It's not in the library, I don't think, right? Ugh. This guy. This guy! Tell you. Is it? It wasn't here. No. No. If I remember correctly, it's pretty close, though. For example, over here. Oh, there it is, yeah. Do-do-do. And a chest. Take that, thank you. Now, here's weights. And we're head there now. There we go. Sorry. Wrong direction. That's over here. There we are. This is the bridge to the exit. Yep, MediEvil, this game is being remade on the PS4 indeed. Check it out on YouTube to see some footage of it. It is a beautiful, faithful recreation of this game as far as I can tell. I don't think it's out yet. I can't remember when it comes out. This year, sometime. Of course, there's not much of it left, but still. Alright, who can we speak to now? probably Ravenhooves again. There were so many conversations with Ravenhooves. Oh, no, not this time. Now we can speak with, can't remember her name, the Amazon warrior queen.
Dan. Tell me,
This one, okay.
what's a warrior queen gotta do to meet someone like you? Don't be shy, baby. I've seen you giving me the eye. You may be weak and feeble like old men, but I like you, Daniel. Oh, I love a man who doesn't talk back. I think if you return, I may take you for my husband. Now listen up, sugar. Your bow and arrows are fine for itty-bitty jobs, but if you want to pack some serious heat, you should take this spear. Think of me when you throw it.
And here's probably the strongest ranged weapon. Missile weapon, whatever. Unfortunately, you can only hold so many of it. Not nearly as many as the previous 3 ranged weapons. But they're still good. Definitely have their uses. We will see them before long. Ugh, lots of slowdown and choppiness happening here. Sheesh. What's going on? It's interesting that she talks about, you know, your bow and arrows are fine for itty-bitty jobs. How does she know that we picked up the bow and arrows first? See, I think that's a little bit of a... not a bug, but, you know, something they should have caught and tested, because it is entirely possible that you can sweep to her before Ravenhooves and get the spear before the bow and arrows, and then her speech about, you know, your bow and arrows are fine for itty-bitty jobs would be confusing because you don't have them yet. Anyway, all right. I figure 2 more levels, and I'm probably gonna, you know, I'm already, you know, been streaming for 2 hours. Hours already, but whatever. I want to finish up this stream of levels first, so let's go ahead and finish the Asylum grounds and the Asylum itself to be done with it. Love this level, the Asylum grounds. Even Fortescue's afraid of it. The gate closing behind him automatically. Okay, so yeah, this is a great one. The music's awesome too. I love it. This is the Garden of Zarok. Nothing here is as it first seems. To leave this maze, you must first seek out the one called Jack of the Green. And we need a Chaos Rune to do something in here. Let's go ahead and kill this dragon head. There's going to be a normal one. I'll do that first. Okay. Here's Jack of the Green. We can go ahead and see him now, as he chews on my sword.
Greetings, Sir Fortescue. My name is Jack of the Green. I am the master of riddles, and this maze is my domain. You are free to leave, but only once you've answered 4 riddles. Puzzles so fiendishly difficult, so perplexingly complex, that no man has ever solved them. Ha, ha, ha. Now, try my first riddle. At night they come without being fetched. By day they are lost without being stolen.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right, sweet dog. Maze is in here, and maybe a chess game. Or 2. Oh, sorry, I need to hit the first one of these is over here. 4 remaining. Is there one here? Yeah. Crazy groundskeepers and such. There's 2, so 3 remaining. So yeah, obviously the answer to his riddle here is stars. Come without being touched at night. Probably they're lost without being stolen. Makes sense to me. Interesting thing about the riddles in this game is that you can stumble upon the answers just by exploring a little bit and, well, I need a lift, but I can't get that. I guess that in some of these as well. The souls from these in order to fill up the chalice. One remaining. Forgot that closed up.
Well done, Sir Knight. But my star riddle was but a trifle. I always like to begin with an easy one. Return hither. You will not find my next conundrum so simple.
Really? I don't think you can attack that thing. No, you can't. You just have to avoid it. Fireball breathing thing. I always like to start with an easy one. Well, you only have 3 of them. Oh, goodness. Yeah. There goes my screen again. You already done the big cornfield? Yes. Yeah, I have done the cornfield. That was shortly before the... See, that little remote thing isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing. It was shortly before the pumpkin area. Pumpkin Gorge. There we go. Sorry about the screen colors going wonky there. If they did go wonky, I'm not sure if they did on stream. But there we go. I had to fix that because Flux. At least I paused it for another hour. Yeah, that's one of my favorite levels too. This
I live for laughter. I live for the crowd. Without it, I am nothing.
The Scarecrow Fields. That's awesome. Okay, so this one, Live for the Laughter in the Crowd. I hate this one because the path is opened up here. Silver shield, we're doing. No, I'm gonna because this one, there's a lot of RNG on this to get these things to work. Show the clown you care by surrounding him with smiles. And it often seems like these things are working against you as you're turning them. See. Other ones just see that. Ah, stop that. Ah, stop doing that. I'm trying to get it so I can just go boom. See what I mean? Ah! It's so frustrating. You have to get him all kind of lined up, ready to go. I'm sure there's probably a trick to it to make them all... Ah! There we go.
All right. Yes, it was a clown. Very clever, I'm sure. Return in haste, Sir Knight, for I wish to see the despair on your face when you hear my next cryptic puzzle.
I think it's 4 critics that he gives you. Yep, it's sort of waterfall. It's actually a whirlpool that freezes and you write it down.
Face like a tree, skin like the sea, a great beast I be, yet vermin frighten me.
Yep. I think that's in the sunken town of MediEvil or something like that. So, this is where we use, we need first the Chaos Room. Get a mouse and drag him out there. So, where is that Chaos Room? Get that first. I think this thing we can actually attack. Well, okay, with those, yeah. I think the head can also be targeted. There we go, see? Yeah, you can destroy it. Yay. There we go, we got the Chaos Rune. Who doesn't love a good hedge maze? Now, let's see. Back this way is where we get in there, and it allows a mouse to come out. We don't want to smash him, even if he does give us a coin. We also don't want to get too far ahead of him. But most importantly, we don't want the cats to scare him away. Did the cats? No, it didn't. Okay. Sometimes you think, well, the cats definitely saw him there, but not necessarily. Best way to do this is to put it here. Buddy, because I don't want that cat. So, see this mouse. It's actually pretty easy. The cat's rarely ever seen a
My
mouse.
bluff. I pretended that riddle was hard, but in truth it was obviously an elephant. This time, however, I almost pity you. The answer to my next vexing enigma has eluded the finest minds of a whole generation. Come to me.
There's where the chalice will be. Don't need to enchant the sword now. And yeah, sure, let's go ahead and top off the throwing daggers. Yeah, you can only hold 30 spears, that's it. Is there anything in here? Any of these? Besides you. Which is fine, we're up to 88% now, so that's good. Yep, some gold.
tolerate the moon and stars. I can't abide the sun. Banish me with torchlight and you'll see me turn and run.
Stop eating my sword. Okay, so this one also is silly and easy and all that. We come through here. Oh yeah, another, yeah, hit the bell so we can have some more. There we go, chalice can be collected, and we know where the chalice is now. Ah, there's the fountain. Okay. Nothing to. Oh, that's right. There's that. This. Can't go through here yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and go to that city head. So we're down in this little underground area, and very simply all we need to do move these torches in front of windows, because the answer to this question, what is it that we can banish with torchlight? Darkness. Side. Let's open it up there.
Blast you! It took me ages to come up with that darkness one. Very well. Outrageous as it seems, my vast intellect has been matched by your badly decomposed brain. Return at once and I shall give you your prize.
Yeah, and what a prize it is. I can never figure out what this particular sculpture, the head sculpture, looks like. Two storks fighting over a piece of string or something. Not entirely sure what they're fighting over there. It's weird. I'm sure someone knows. Besides the developers and artists and such.
You think you're so clever, don't you? Here you are, Sir Clever Clogs. I grant you free passage through my maze. Find your own way out.
Yeah. That's not how prizes work. But no one will tell him that, I'm sure. Alright. At least we got this. Now, you might think, well, he didn't open the gate for us. Well, that's not the true exit, actually. So refill our crossbow bolts that we just used some of. Pop them off. It's not the actual exit. I don't know why they put a gate there necessarily, if you're never actually going to use it. The actual exit was over here. This is now open. Solve this last puzzle and you will open the secret entrance to the asylum. The town mayor is imprisoned here along with an army of madmen. Yes, indeed, and it's one of the hardest levels in the game. So here's that chess game you're talking about there, sweet dog. Hey, come on now. Come on. There you go. Thankfully, it's easy enough. Even if you don't know the rules for movement of chess pieces. Oops. Alright. And we do have our chalice. Yes, we do have the chalice. Okay. This is the longest I think I've ever streamed. It's got the extra live streams, which, you know.
Back and forth like a supernatural yo-yo. Maybe the master will make it harder to find those magic egg cups.
Maybe the master can blow me. Sorry, did I say that? Alright, not that one. Yeah, this is the one, yeah. Blood One-Eye Skull Cleaver. And of course, Raven Hooves again. Or Hooves, or whatever. Stern Guard training. Magic Shield isn't too bad to have right now, but I think for this, mostly why the Blood One-Eye Skull Cleaver's axe.
Hey, Mr. Fortescue, I want to talk with you. If this Zarok's so bad, why'd you get to go back? Why'd you of all people, Fortescue? It should be I, Blood One-Eye Skull Cleaver. When I lived, always I had a pile of slain strewn around me. You spend most of your time organizing a changing of the guard and playing croquet with the king. Still, I lend you my axe. You swing her, you throw her, she thirsts for a slaughter as much as I. Drink deep of demon blood, my proud beauty.
There you go. This is an excellent throwing weapon. It actually works as both a melee weapon and throwing weapon. That's what that little green. I never mentioned that before. That's what that green spark is that's floating around, and of course it allows you to it targets something for your missile weapon or ranged weapon. A target here, but anyway, it's not a very strong weapon, but it is repeatable. It doesn't have ammunition like the throwing daggers and the bow and arrows and so on and so forth. So it is good in those respects, at least. Alright. Last stage I'm going to do tonight. The asylum itself. And boy, it's a tough one. Or it can be anyway. This is where you really need as many life bottles as you can possibly come up with. Or find, or whatever. Alright, inside the asylum. Here we go. And this is where I definitely will take advantage of save states on this emulator. Because, oh my goodness. This stage, man. See, already I'm getting... I shouldn't be. You notice how slowly that percentage on the chalice is going up. That gives you an idea of how many enemies there are. In this level. This is just an absolute crazy amount of waste in this stage. It's just a gauntlet, basically. It's a gauntlet of enemies. Now it's going to start slowing down because of so many polygons on the screen here. See how we're going through all these life bottles? It's pretty ridiculous. Now, in this level, we are going to have a little bit of a reprieve. There will be some life bottles that are not life bottles, but used energy vials that will appear. It's really not enough, in my opinion. These guys. Just an absolute, as you can see, a freaking gauntlet. Do give you some goodies here, but no life bottles. But this is open, we don't need to stay up there. I'm on my last life. I'm definitely going to have to reload, I think. Pretty soon here, anyway. These guys, I don't think they hurt you necessarily. There we go. There's an energy vial. And another one. There we go. It's these zombies that... Oh yeah, and the shop opened up, so we can talk to the shopkeeper. I'll pause the game momentarily. While we enchant our sword. Now we can kill these fools in one hit. Now we got the additional worry of this lava. Well, the chalice can now be collected. Watch out for the bomb. Well, I made it. I surprised even myself. I didn't have to reload a save after all. go ahead and grab the chalice and this earth rune. And fill this thing full of stuff as much as it possibly can. So definitely a short level. Unless you die a bunch. Which I'm surprised I didn't. I love hearing, that's the mayor by the way. I love hearing him inside the cage there. He's just humming to himself.
By heck, am I glad to see you. That Zarok tried to force me to hand over the shadow artifact. He means to release the demons from their tomb under the enchanted forest. But I said to him, I said, "You can't touch me, you lanky windbag. I'm the mayor." Aye, that told him. But then he had me locked up in here with all these nutters. Oh, it's been terrible. I haven't managed to get a word of sense out of anyone in weeks. Right. Well, I'll see myself out, thanks. You have a good look around, lad. Zarok's left some stuff lying about that I think you might find useful.
I can neither of us are looking at each other here. And indeed, there's the other dragon gem. So we have both dragon gems. I can't remember what you get from the other witch thing. It's not a dragon gem. Oh, anyway. So there's that, and we got the chalice as well, right? Yeah, we do. Here after this visit to the Hall of Heroes. As much as I'd love to stay up and keep playing because I love this game so much. Like I said, I play it every year. I gotta sleep. I gotta work tomorrow, you know. So I guess it might be Raven Hooves or Stern God. Let's go with Stern Guard, the magic shield.
Ah, Herr Fortescue, you are back on the battlefield, yeah? This is good. People say to me, Sturmgard, what do you think of this sword or that axe? But I say to them, nein! Modern warfare is a question of science, the science of shields. I think maybe you should take my shield, yeah? It is magic, Herr Fortescue. Some say it is better to have a magic sword than a magic shield, but I say to you that this is rubbish! So long as you use it properly, the shield will make you invincible!
But it is a great shield. Now this shield is, they call it the gold shield as well, not the magic shield. It also has a durability like the other two, but you don't replace it like the other two. By busting open wooden chests. Instead, you have to recharge it. Once it reaches 0, you can't use it anymore, and you have to recharge it at the store. So, bear that in mind. Alright, I'm going to call the stream here. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Pretty long one, but I really wanted to get some, you know, distance done in this game. Some progress made. I shall now save. Right here. To maybe possibly finish this by the end of the month. I don't know. Alright, so that'll do for me for tonight. So if you're still watching, if you've been watching, thank you very much for doing so. I greatly appreciate it. Let me pet my cat Zoe here while I'm talking. Please follow me here if you're so inclined. Also follow me on Twitter. I am SturmB there, which is the same here on Twitch, twitch.tv/SturmB. Instagram is just Sturm, because I didn't need to tack on the B there. but I also rarely ever post there anyway. Anyway, also, you notice in the corner up there is the countdown to Extra Life this year. On November 2nd, starting at 12 p.m., I will be streaming gaming for 24 hours straight to benefit Children's Miracle Network hospitals through Extra Life. Please tune in if you're so inclined here on twitch.tv/SturnB on November 2nd at 12 p.m. and watch me stream. Donate a little money, even if it's just $1 if you can, to help sick and injured children through Extra Life. The hospital I will be sponsoring is the San George Children's Network in Puerto Rico. They are still not fully back on their feet after the Hurricane Maria 2 years ago. So they still need help, and thus I'm going to do what I can to help them. I will most likely not be playing this game during the stream, at least not at the beginning, but most likely Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I have never not Shadow of the Tomb, excuse me, Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I have never played before. It'll be a blind playthrough. But yes, please, if you are so inclined, watch me then November 2nd, 12 p.m. here on twitch.tv/SturnB, and I hope to see you there. Sweet Dog, thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you all. I stream here every Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be here next week most likely, unless something goes wrong. Keep an eye on Twitter in case I have to announce anything different. But until then, take care. I'll see you next time.